You're following a system right now. You didn't choose it. Most of us never did. You inherited it 135 years ago from a politician named Bismarck, and once you see it, you can redesign it. I'm Tito Andrew. I've been looking at how money systems work, not just the math, but why they were built. And here's what I found. Some of the rhythms we live by were handed to us by governments, by corporations, by people solving problems in a particular moment in history. They were created for their time, invented solutions, which means those systems deserve to be understood, not just inherited. There are two systems competing for your calendar right now. One you inherited without knowing. The other has been around for thousands of years. Both are trying to answer the same question. How should humans rest? But they are structured completely differently. One says, work first, rest later. The other says, rest must be built into the rhythm of life itself. Let's start with the one most of us inherited. In 1889, German leader Otto von Bismarck introduced one of the world's first modern retirement systems. The idea was simple. Work throughout your life, then receive support when you're older. But here's the interesting part. It was designed for a completely different world. Life expectancy was around 45. Retirement age was set at 70. Do the math. Most people never lived long enough to collect. That doesn't mean the system was created with bad intentions. It was solving a real problem of its time. A system can be useful in one generation and still need to evolve in another. Then the idea spread. The United States created Social Security in 1935. Other countries followed. Eventually, retirement became the rhythm almost everyone inherited. Work for decades, save, wait, then rest at the end. Today, people retire around 65 or 67. Life expectancy has changed dramatically. The world changed, but the basic structure stayed the same. One large season of rest at the end of life. And here's what's invisible about it. You inherited this system without ever choosing it. It's just the way things are done. Now, there's another system, not invented by a politician, not designed in a boardroom, written thousands of years before modern retirement existed. It's called Sabbath, and it was structured in the opposite way, not deferred, recurring, every 7 days, 1 day of rest, built into the calendar, not earned, not a reward for finishing, just part of the rhythm. Genesis describes God working 6 days and resting on the seventh, not because he was exhausted, but because rest was part of the design. Then in Exodus, Sabbath became something protected. Every 7 years, debts were forgiven. The land rested. People were given relief. Human beings are not machines that simply need maintenance. They need rhythm. Compare that to the retirement model most of us inherited. Work for decades, then receive one large season of rest at the end. One says, rest is built in and protected. The other says, rest is saved up for later. Here's what most people don't realize. You're probably following the retirement system without even knowing it exists. It's so normal. It's invisible. Let me show you. Tyler is 35. He's been told retirement is at 65. He works 50 hours a week, skips holidays, postpones hobbies. Once I retire, then I'll finally have time. He's following a blueprint created over 130 years ago. Now meet Anna. She asks, why am I following a system I never chose? She protects her evenings, takes real weekends, builds rest into life now. By 65, Tyler reaches retirement with a bigger account. Maybe he reaches his $1.5 million goal. But then he has another question. What do I actually want to do with my time? Anna reaches the same age with something different. 30 years of experiences she didn't postpone. The conversations, the mornings, the ordinary Tuesdays. She experienced 1,560 days of intentional rest before reaching 65. Think about that. 1 day of rest every week doesn't seem like much, but over 30 years, it becomes more than 4 years of protected time. Small rhythms compound, same age, same amount of time, but completely different relationship with life. Tyler reaches the finish line and says, now I can finally live. Anna smiles and says, I already did. Here's what happens when you finally see the system. You realize you have a choice. Most people never ask, who designed the rhythm I'm living by? The moment you ask that question, your options expand. Some people realize, I don't need to work 50 hours a week to build wealth. Maybe they can work 40, keep their weekends, reach their goals a little differently. Others realize, maybe I don't have to wait until 65. Maybe they can build enough freedom to make different choices earlier. Some people never chase a huge number. They choose a simpler life, a smaller income, more control over their time. The point isn't that one path works for everyone. The point is understanding that the path was designed, which means it can also be redesigned. That's the power, not rebellion. Awareness, my dear friend, the greatest prison isn't always made of walls. Sometimes it's made of systems we inherited and forgot to question. See the system, then choose how you want to live. Who designed the rhythm you're living by? And does it still serve you? Because time is the one asset you can never earn back. Subscribe for more on the hidden systems that shape your money, your work, and your time. I'm Tito Andrew. Master your behavior, and you'll master your time.